Can you turn her into a housewife? That's a no. Thought she was about you, she was really about her day. Took her but she got a man, she was fucking me too. That's what she do.
Yeah, tell these niggas what these hoes do. Usually got a friend that's a hoe too. Spot him at the club, that's the whole crew. Couple rappers running through the whole crew. Told me meet her at the hotel. Said she got a man, but I won't tell. That's another nigga PM. But she got ball players in her DMs. Brought a friend with her in the same room. Fucked them both, then I woke up in the shade room.
Listen, we back. And listen, man. Salute to everybody. We are on. We on go, man. Listen, shout out to that record, man. We got to get in the Maino, man. Maino's on my album too. My new album's upcoming. I got a lot of dope artists on my album. Salute to that. Maino crashes out on DJ Akademiks over the Charleston Whites. I see he tried to reach for Charleston White, homie. Tried to reach for Charleston. Okay. And now also we got Marlon Wayans and we got 50 Cent. This whole debacle going on, and that continues as well. But listen, this is what I'm going to say. Look, Maino's on my album. He's on my album. Some gangster. You know, I don't really promote shit. I'll just be chilling. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I just don't think that this is a war that Maino wants to play, and I just don't think this is a war that he wants to win. You know, as far as social media goes, as an artist, it's but so far you can go. It's but so much you can really, really do before you actually got to get into a physical confrontation and lay some hands of Jesus on some people, bro. It's not going to be too much barking that the people is going to respect. Regardless if you feel you getting your shit off and you saying whatever you got to say, I'm talking about the people, us, okay? Yo, we cheer nigga on to jump off the motherfucking balcony, homie. I'm telling you, bro. So I just think Maino should have said what he said one time and fell back. Why do I say this? Before I play Maino and before I get into the Akademiks, why do I say this? Maino has went for years not responding to anyone. One person in particular, I'm going to tell you, I'm from Brooklyn. I'm from New York, bro. You want to go listen to people that don't know shit, ain't around nobody, never been nowhere. I've been around, I'll be around, bro. I don't got to explain it to you. Listen to me, though. Listen. Maino never explained nothing for years. You know who used to say something about Maino every single day? I'm talking about internet. So when he's talking about Akademiks and this supposed to be your lane and Akademiks talking about this his lane, let's separate that for a second. Let's just get that out the crowd for a second, right? So we can see each other. Excuse me, sir, right? Think. Hassan Campbell talked about Maino every single day. And if you fucking think I'm lying, I want you to tell me I'm lying right now, son. On Jesus Christ sandals. I would never lie to you, son. I would never. Maino never responded to him for years. What was it, like last year or last month ago? The first time I ever seen Maino respond, he responded to Hassan Campbell. Remember? He came out, clipped that Hassan Campbell, did his little 1-2s with Hassan Campbell. Cool. I don't want him to get caught up in this place because Hassan Campbell's a different kind of guy. Okay? He's a different kind of guy. As far as Akademiks goes, I don't know. I just don't think that Maino's going to win that war with Akademiks. I'm not saying Akademiks is some real nigga, none of that. I'm not saying none of that on mommy life, bro. I mean, I'm from New York. That nigga in Jersey, nigga. Sandals. You know what I'm saying? I won't lie to you. Sandals. Active. Get it. You know what I mean? But the social media war, I just don't think is good for artists because the best thing about an artist is that you have the allure about you. You have the elements that people don't know. That's what makes the greatest of celebrities that you think you ever liked or looked up to, is that they have elements of themselves. Besides what you like about them, they have an element about them that you don't know. That part is also why you want to get to know. Why back in the days we bought the magazines and the word up shit and you put the shit on the wall and all the other shit. You wanted to know the other parts of an artist or an entertainer. So everything don't need to be explained. So I think Maino should have just went into this, said what he said for the first time if he responded at all, which I don't think he should have responded at all because he gave Akademiks or whoever else more conversation pieces and points. You know what I'm saying? If you're talking about OGs and older guys dressing like young G's or acting like YNs, that's a whole nother conversation, right? Let's get into what Maino's responded. I mean, let's just get into what Maino's saying right now. And then from there, we'll walk this down. You know what I'm saying? But I just think if this is his second response, it's good for their platform, though. You know what I'm saying? It could be good for their platform. They got a channel right now. That's cool. You're gonna bring some energy to it, but not every energy and all energy is good energy. You know what I'm saying? I just think that if you did respond to Akademiks, you should have just responded to him once, and then you should have left it be. That's just me being personal to you, brother. Honestly. Oh, that's the fire. We're gonna get into more of that in a minute. But I do want to see what Akademiks is gonna say after this, though, because Akademiks, after Maino went up the first time, I was like, you know what I mean? After Akademiks went up the first time, I was like, oh no, I just don't think Maino should have responded for some reason, bro. That's just me, you know. Let's get into Maino, though.
Here's the thing. First and foremost, I've never been in my entire life accused or locked up, arrested for any sexual anything, sexual assault, sexual anything, nothing. So you got to miss me with that one, and maybe look a little bit deeper in what you going after. And if you're gonna like post niggas saying old footage of niggas saying,
yo, if he just laid some actual shit on him, that's crazy. You know what I mean? I ain't know the shit went that crazy. The niggas talking about actuals. But you can't say that when you just did a video saying Akademiks was in the crib with Shorty, right? And he got into a wild one. You put that into the energy, Maino. You put that into the energy, bro. I'm just going to be really honest, is that you really put that into the fear. And when I seen you mention that, you know what I'm saying? We already know what Akademiks got going on. I'm not saying that you can't mention what you want to mention, but y'all was talking like clothes and shit like that. And then you mentioned that. You know what I'm saying? You did, bro. You know what I'm saying? So from there, it is what it is, bro. Can't be mad at that.
foul shit about me, post the documents, nigga. Post the receipts or whatever you talking about. Because you think you're so smart and you're talking about jokes. Nigga, I told you you had an opinion on us, and this was my opinion on you. You called them jokes. You said you was talking about the truth. Well, maybe you just mad that my truth is a little bit more better than yours. Because I don't want to hear nothing about what we wearing, how old we are, rappers becoming podcasters, washed up this. I don't want to hear nothing about none of that. Unless you're going to give us a detailed explanation on why you thought it was cool to have a conversation with a 15-year-old boy about another man fucking him and you pushing him to embrace this gay agenda of yours. Like, until you explain this cringeworthy.
That was crazy. And I'm not going to lie to you. That was glossed over. Because I made a video on that. I made a couple of videos on that shit, bro, when Akademiks did that shit, bro. Gangster, bro. That shit was crazy. I'm not even going to hold you. But that was glossed over. You know what I mean? At the time, people said something. But it most definitely went under the rug, son. So I'm not even going to lie about that. It did. You know what I mean? But is this the fight that Maino wants to fight? That's the question.
Phone call, right? On what was the stream, right? Until you embrace that and give us a well-documented explanation. And I don't want to hear no half-ass apology, nigga. I want to understand what the mentality is behind you. Why did you think that was cool? And this is not the first time you said some weird shit about children. So not only do we got to watch you around the women because you got this distaste and anger towards women, but we got to watch you. We got to watch out for our boys. This is your words. Would you let such and such fuck you? Why not? Who plays like that? No grown man plays like that. That has never been cool. So this is what I'm saying. Until you give us a well-detailed explanation of what was going on in your mind, and we don't want to hear nothing about what you're talking about. We don't want to hear your opinions on us. We don't want to hear your opinions about what we wearing, nigga. We don't want to hear your opinions about anything. You're talking about having these evolved conversations like you the smartest nigga in the room, but you over there talking about having sex with a 17-year-old child. So I want to say this, man. I want to apologize to the mothers and the daughters and the families of the victims of sexual predatory behavior, because we've allowed in our culture, we've allowed niggas like this to persist, to have an opinion. We've allowed it.